It's now time for the Saturday Night Delight.
Introducing first, weighing in tonight at 221 pounds from London, Ontario, by way of your girlfriend's dream, please welcome Mr. Saturday Night Delight, Tyler Tirva. Anything can happen here live at Off the Ropes, and we have two incredible competitors here in London, Ontario. We already started things off hot with a pre-show match between Matt Kerr and Jay Bonsai Blast. Now it's the official card, and Kickstart Jay Constant was previously voted one of the rookies of the year at Off the Ropes Studio, but really started to get a really big ego, a really big chip on his shoulder here at Off the Ropes Studio, and feels like he no longer needs the advice or the guidance of anyone here at Off the Ropes Studio. And Tyler Tirva, who's someone who's one of the top competitors in the province of Ontario professional wrestling, he hasn't come back into Off the Ropes Studio to try to lend a bit of his knowledge, to lend a bit of his guidance to the youth of professional wrestling, and he certainly takes exception with someone like Jay Constant, who doesn't want to hear the advice that Tyler Tirva has to offer.
Well, Chris, you and I have been doing commentary for the better part of, I would say, 2 decades, 20 years, and I can't remember a time when Tyler Tirva wasn't on top in Ontario professional wrestling. He has always been one of the best. And as you said, a chip on the shoulder for Jay Constant. Of course he does when he's up against a competitor like that.
I'm sure normally someone like Tyler Tirva would see something in Jay Constant, see a lot of himself, his younger self, in a competitor like Jay Constant.
Hey, welcome to Tirva's house.
Wow, you heard it here. Tyler Tirva, a little on the cocky side, but always able to back it up.
Tirva certainly wanted to get it done within the ropes, and he has a home field advantage, a hometown advantage here tonight in London, Ontario. That's something that really brings it up a notch for Tyler Tirva. It really gives him that extra boost of confidence. Already an inflated ego here.
I was going to say, Chris, as if he needed that. He needs an inflated ego like a hole in the head. This guy has known from day one, as many of us here in Ontario have, that he's one of the best in the game. And this match, wait a minute, Jake's going to leave those glasses on? I don't know if that's a good idea. He might catch a hard right hand from Tyler Tirva.
Well, this is Tyler Tirva's kind of night, the Saturday Night Delight, so I'm sure he'd like to start things off big here at Off the Ropes Studio Goes Extreme. You know that Tyler Tirva is a veteran inside that square circle and has crossed paths with our special guest, Rhino, quite a few times in his career. You know that those guys are looking on in anticipation because we're heading towards Slamdemonium 2, Joe, and the stakes have never been higher here at Off the Ropes.
Slamdemonium 1 was one of the highlights of my career. It was a great night of professional wrestling. The second one, I'm sure, will not disappoint. Just like Jay Constant and Tyler Tirva as they prepare to walk up here. Sounds like the crowd is firmly behind Tyler Tirva.
See me punch him in his face.
Whoa!
lots of the great fans here in London have basically grown up watching Tyler Tirva come up inside that squared circle right here in their town and the surrounding areas, just like you and I have over the many years.
That's funny. I always thought Tyler Tirva hailed from my girlfriend's dreams, but apparently from right here in London. I guess maybe that's where my girlfriend's dreams reside.
Well, Joe, you're an investigative journalist. Does Jake Constant have a girlfriend?
I would assume he would have several if he's. I mean, look at those glasses.
What do his girlfriends think about Tyler Tirva?
I'm sure. Yeah, that's a tough one. I'm sure. Maybe they're only with Jake because they know he might wrestle Tyler Tirva at some point.
That's why Jake Constant came to the building by himself.
That's right. Good call. Leave her alone. Oh, there he goes. Smart move, getting the crowd on his side is Tyler Tirva. Jogging for position here. Hard collar and elbow Tyler. That is locked in as Tyler takes him over to the corner. Reversal by Jake. Jake's now got Tyler in the corner. Hard locked in. Referee kayfabe Colin checking in on him.
See, this overconfidence here from Jake Constant, I think is going to come to backfire in this young man's face, unfortunately, because Tyler Tirva is someone who's seen a lot inside that ring and has dealt it all. I don't think we're going to get under the skin and into the mind of Tyler Tirva that easy, Joe.
You are right as always, my friend. I'll tell you, that is something you do not want to do, is be cocky and underestimate Tyler Tirva.
Tyler Tirva is the king of cocky.
That's right, formerly, whoa, look at that, up and over. Great. Up and over he goes, beautiful, and now into a front headlock. Pure
power on display and great amateur skill there from Tyler Tirva. That's what a lot of people get caught up. Obviously, Tyler Tirva is a handsome guy. He's a lot of flash in the ring, but he can get it down inside the circle, inside that square circle, down to basics, and really tear and wear and pick you apart, Joe.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, Chris. You know, there's some people, as they say, that are all show and no go. But Tyler Tirva, he's got it all as he goes up and over into the ropes. Up and over goes Jake Constant. Reversal. Oh, Tyler Tirva over. Is he over, or is it time to skin the cat? In he comes. Tyler Tirva. Who's better?
So smooth. Tyler Tirva out here making it look easy. Jake Constant, not the wiser, has no idea with his back turn.
Look at the ring presence of Tyler Tirva. Jake Constant has no idea he's even in the ring. Standing behind him. What a... Look at that. Oh, there's a right hand by Tyler Tirva. As I said, the ring presence to be, sometimes, you know, ring presence is supposed to be big, look at me, but other times it's what we just saw, which is the lack of presence. He was able to hide behind him for a good 15 seconds just so that he could knock him out with a right hand, just like he's doing on the top rope, or on the second rope here, drilling these 10 count, 10 punches. Here he goes, arming up this crowd again, firmly behind Tyler Tirva.
Big wind-up, Tyler Tirva not going to waste any time.
Tyler Tirva unable to deliver number 10 because Jake Constant was pretty well knocked out from the first 9. Tyler Tirva now dragging Jake Constant over the side. Look at this one. Is Tyler going to fly here?
Into prime position. We've seen this lots of times. He likes to go for that split-legged.
Beautiful. Look at this headstand in the corner. It's a good thing Jake Constant got out of the way if Tyler Tirva comes crashing down on top of him. Look at this. Tyler Tirva now. Firm grip on Jake Constant. Breaks out of the way. Oh! Jawjacker by Jake Constant. Got to give him that one. I got to give him that one. Smart move.
No matter how good Tyler Tirva is, Joe, that's really going to take some toll on a competitor. Drive the wind right across that windpipe, and again with that shoulder into the hammerlock, drives him into those turnbuckles.
I don't want to take anything away from Tyler Tirva, but smart move by Jake Constant. Good for the rookie. Maybe he's been studying some tapes here or something, but that was an excellent wherewithal here by Jake Constant.
I think a lot of people at Off the Road seen the potential of Jake Constant early on, and they tried to steer the young man and got him in the right direction. This isn't the Jake Constant that we want to root for, that we want to support here at Off the Road.
Well, I think you're right, Chris. He certainly does have a bit of that don't tell me what to do attitude, just like Roughhouse Jeff Black, as we see him in our main event. Maybe he has been taken under the wing, of Jeff Black, as we see a boot to the throat of Tyler Tirva. breaks before 5. Jake Constant not wanting to get this ball right here.
It's a great game plan. Use that 5 count to the full advantage, and you want to take any opportunity you can to try to gain the advantage on a competitor like Tyler Tirva.
That's right, wrenching on the arm. Here is Jake Constant, really utilizing that 5 count all the way to 4. Smart move again by Jake Constant. Hard into the corner goes Tyler Tirva. 1, 2. Tyler Tirva able to kick out. That was a hard whip into the corner. I'm surprised he was able to get out of that one. Both men here now trying to get to the feet. Jake Constant up. Tyler Tirva crawling, trying to get up to his feet as he's hung up on that second rope, utilizing that 5 count again as he's choking out Tyler Tirva.
Joe, you and I both know we've seen Tyler Tirva come back from a lot of serious damage. He has been able to sustain quite a bit and continue to come back time and time again. Resilient competitor through all the injuries that he's faced in his career. Still come back, dig down deep and secure that victory. Will we see that tonight in front of his hometown crowd?
Well, Tyler Tirva is the kind of guy that can hang. He could hang in 2004, and he can hang now. But you gotta believe taking the hand out of the equation. Jake Constant, kind of a smart move, but like a shark, looking for focusing on one spot, trying to break the many bones in the hand of Tyler Tirva.
That's a great game plan from Jake. You know that Tyler Tirva likes to obviously use the ropes to his advantage quite a bit. Hold himself, put a few aerial assaults. But if you take the hands, he can really support and really base himself. So it's a great game plan from the young Jake Constant.
Well, as you mentioned earlier, Chris, I think Jake Constant, or rather Tyler Tirva, maybe sees a little bit of his younger self in Jake Constant. And every time we see Jake, he gets a little bit better, a little bit nicer gear, a little bit better shape. Look at the abs and the pecs on this kid. He's really coming along, and now maybe he's got a bit of an attitude that but Tyler Tirva, not to count him out quite yet as he slams him hard into the corner. Tyler's not quite out of this. That top wrist lock applied by Jake. Tyler slamming into the corner here again.
Great ring awareness, was able to break that hold. That was what I was talking about earlier, Joe. Able to come back and dig down deep time and time again.
That's right, Tyler is not done here yet, though. Hard clothesline in the corner. Jake is in trouble here now. As we've seen so many times before, Tyler is cruising. But a beautiful reversal by Jake. Tyler in the corner. We're going for that monkey flip, but reversal. Big hard right hand by Tyler Tirva. Knocks Jake Constant all the way to the floor as he rattles into the guardrails here in London, Ontario.
Kickstart, Jake Constant went down hard here, maybe even smashed his head against the guardrails. And I'd have to say, Joe, pardon my unbiased nature here tonight, it couldn't have happened to a nicer guy.
That's right, I agree with you, Chris. But Tyler Tirva, what has he got played? He slides out to the outside with a baseball slide. Blocks that punch and a hard right hand by Tyler Tirva. Jake Constant sure is lucky he got out of the way of whatever Tyler had planned, because, maybe he's not, as he's up on the shoulders. Face first into the apron.
Tyler Tirva out there making it look easy. He's having a good time here tonight. The Saturday Night Delight. This could be the momentum that he needed to end this and put this away.
Beautiful flying back elbow here by Tyler Tirva. 1, 2. That's close. That is a close 3 count right there. Just about. I don't know how he got the shoulder up the last second. I gotta say 22/23 on that one. That was close. But Tyler Tirva, he's got a few more tricks, I'm sure. But maybe he's just wondering what his next approach is.
I was actually surprised. You could see the maturity of Tyler Tirva. He kept his composure. Even despite that count, a younger Tyler Tirva would have let that frustration come through, and it could have made a mistake. It could have cost him the match.
And that is the advantage Tyler Tirva has. Years of building experience. He's calling for it here now. He's going to try to kick his head off, but out of the way goes Jake Constant. Now up on the shoulders goes Tyler Tirva. He was able to reverse it. Into the ropes goes Jake. Up onto the shoulders, Tyler Tirva. We might just see it here.
This has to be it right here. No!
1, 2. Wow, was that ever close? What an upset that would be. Beautiful. What a beautiful reversal by Jake Constant.
And we've seen Jake Constant upset quite a few stars here at Off the Rope Studio.
Hard into the corner goes Tyler Tirva. But he gets the boot up, able to reverse it. And down goes Jake. And here it is. Tyler Tirva up. What a maneuver. That's got to be it. 1, 2. He got it. Wow. What an incredible matchup that was. And Jake Constant just moved from rookie to the next notch. But obviously the experience, the skill, the athleticism of Tyler Tirva is unbeatable, as it has been for many years here in Ontario.